Hi everybody. Okay, well let's look at the roads here, and we're bringing this to you as a recording around 7 o'clock on Saturday, and this is Ashland, and you can see, man, there's not many people out, and the road is snow covered. And if you were to go to the north, you're not quite snow covered yet. If you go to the south, you have snow, but it's kind of a wet snow too. So the atmosphere is a layer cake, and what you have for the start of the night is very cold, kind of cold, and really cold upstairs. Now, tomorrow the problem is you'll have really cold near the ground, really warm in the middle, and then really cold upstairs. So that just is sleet or rain or freezing rain. And yeah, it's going to be kind of weird. So 15 now, and our temperature actually will rise a little bit in the early morning hours, but it feels like 3 degrees or so. Again, this is early in the evening, and we won't be surprised if at 11 o'clock tonight, or even beyond that, past midnight, the temperature goes up a few degrees. So now, this is very key, if you'll just bear with us. Yes, some of those models previously had 20 inches of snow. We said that was never going to happen. We were always on the low end of the scale, and it may be even lower, all right? But impact is the biggest thing. The roads have to be considered very, very slick, especially when it does warm up a little bit and you get raindrops falling on that very cold surface. It could turn into icy conditions, which we'll touch on in just a moment. More snow here in a line from Spencer to Huntington, and again, this is kind of an average, so plus or minus an inch. And there's plenty of snow across southeast Ohio. And then during the day, it goes down a little bit because you have some rain. Then during the night and the early morning hours, it goes back up a little bit. So it's a rolling number. That's why we didn't want to put a static map there. We want you to know and think that this is going to change. Snow in the morning, you see it, then it gets kind of packed down and mushy, and then it comes back up a little bit by Monday morning. So again, the numbers may not be as impressive as all the models you saw during the week, but the conditions are still going to be, we believe, challenging, especially during the first half of the day, middle part mainly wet, and then by the evening, the nighttime, and the early morning hours of Monday could be very slick with a flash freeze. Radial ice means ice on a radial surface, like a power line. It's round, it's radial. Or a tree limb, it's round, it's radial. So that's different. This is new math, a new model, and so you will see models that have half of an inch of ice, but that's on a flat surface. We're trying to project as accurately as we can what's on your trees and so forth. Quarter of an inch in southern West Virginia, not as much near I-64, and just basically sleet up here to the north. So that's a different thing. It doesn't stick. It does cut your snow total sometimes, and that's a warm punch of air. So your raindrop, actually your snowflake becomes a raindrop and then freezes on the ground. So you're looking here at the Viper, and there is a little bit of a dry wedge, which will also eat a little bit of some of those totals here in portions of central Kentucky, and we'll see how far that angles up to the north. All of this is snow. This is your wintry mix, and that is inbound. All the pink zone and purple zone, snow and ice. So many areas. Here's predictor again, and we note that we have that punch in the early morning hours of sleet. That means it's warmer up above us, and then it's so warm that this is rain. But let's remember the ground at 7 a.m. is probably still below freezing, even in the cold fields. So it's freezing rain. And then we warm up a little bit in the middle portion of the day into the upper 30s, and then we cool back down, and this is your instant freeze at night. This is Monday with slick conditions. Could be another inch or two of fresh, fluffy snow on top of everything else that froze over, and then we have some little stripes of snow in the mountains after that, and it stays very cold. No melting after that. Tomorrow's the day with the melting and the mix. Again, the numbers will probably be, let's be honest, they'll be way lower than the models had projected, but it's about the conditions. Drive to the conditions. Don't get overconfident if it just looks slushy or just wet, because tires are still not going to grab much traction. 22 on Monday, 27 on Tuesday, single digits in between, maybe a little bit of snow again Wednesday evening. Thursday morning does not look like a big one at this point, and highs in the teens behind that. So hopefully everyone again keeps the power on, keeps the heat on, stay safe, and we'll certainly keep you up to date on power outages and more. Check it out. We'll have more updates all throughout the weekend here on WOWKTV.com and, of course, on 13 News. And don't forget WOWK Plus, a new way to watch this. We'll be live with our broadcasts there, and, of course, they repeat all throughout time. That is on Roku. That is on Fire TV. And obviously, you can go download that on your smart TV and Apple TV as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll have more updates right here.